No, I don't like that music anymore. All right. Anybody out there? So we're going to go live because this is what we do. On Tuesdays, we go live to check out what's going to happen at the Pot of Gold auctions. Yep. Pot of Gold auctions are up in Phoenix, and that's the place we chose to sell off a bunch of our stuff from the some of our stuff from the collections. So we've been going live every Tuesday to check out what they got going on live. So I don't know if I'm even working. I'm not getting any feedback from people watching. Let's see if I'm going live. Oh yeah. All right, well, so we go live and we do have a comment thing out here. So if you are listening, you are able to wiggle your fingers or poke stuff or say stuff at your phone or your computer, and it'll pop up on the screen. And then you can be part of the interactive nature of the internet. In fact, if you're live right now, you can participate in this poll out here. You can use the buttons or fingers or gadgets to interact with the poll and let us know if you're looking at anything at the Pot of Gold auctions today. If you're looking at a gun, if you're looking at some ammo, or if you're looking at something else, in which case, leave us a comment. So now we're going to go over to Pot of Gold auctions. We're going to click on where the buyers go. They got an auction pretty much every Tuesday. Let's see, next Tuesday, it's guns again. Week after that, coins. Week after that is the good one, because that's when some of our stuff is in there. All right, so we're going into today. So there's actually some good stuff. I was in here looking before. Now, it'll go live tonight. So it'll be live, 3 hours from now. So not too much longer than now. But because it's not live yet, I'm able to go in and filter. So that's what I like to do, is go live before the auction and just filter out all the good stuff. So look at how much stuff is in there. Today is literally just a gun auction. There's some militaria, some ammo, 112 ammo things. BB guns, one of them. We got 46 firearms accessories, which is what I was looking at, and then 52 guns. So let's go to guns first. So it's a pretty good auction at 52 guns out of 200. Considering the ratios of a typical auction, this is pretty good. All right, let's zoom in. I'll make this bigger. Since there's nobody here joining tonight, I'll just look at the stuff I like to look at. And whoever's looking at this later, feel free to make some comments. I do put links out there for shows like this to our Patreon. So if you're a Patreon and you're watching this, then feel free to jump in and be part of it. All right, so going through, we got this nylon 66. Or it says it's a nylon 12. I guess it's a nylon 12 if it's a bolt action. This is rare due to not only how few were made, it's actually a gun that was owned by Black Canyon Range. It's now called Ben Avery Shooting Facility. What? Way back when it was open in 1960, the shooting range was called Black Canyon Range, and this rifle, along with another one, were actually guns you could check out and shoot at the range. Oh man, this has a thing on the butt, on the brass plate on the stock. Says provided by Ben Avery Range Fund. Dang. And then what? Somebody stole it from there? That's messed up. But that's pretty cool. That is super cool. So that's that little blue thing on there. Dang, that's cool. Look, there's a little brass thing on the bottom. Very cool. So I guess they must have sold these things off at some point. Number 58. Nice. So that was only 340 bucks. I would think that one would go higher than that. It said this one and something about lot number. Along with lot number 183. Oh, that's going to be way down here. 183. There it is. Same thing. Same kind of gun. So 290. That one's a little bit cheaper. Very cool. So DJ showed up. This says, I was just looking at a nylon 66 bolt action, which makes it a nylon 12, I guess. I didn't read this whole bottom part. Many are familiar with the nylon 66 and nylon 77, but what less well known is the small run of nylon bolt action rifles. These were the 10, 11, and 12, made just between 61 and 64. The Model 12 was the most unique as the only tube-fed rifle in the group, produced between 62 and 64. Yeah, I'm familiar with these being magazine fed. So this thing is a tubular magazine fed bolt action nylon 66, made for only 2 years. And what's unique about it is the largest shooting facility here in Arizona is just north of Phoenix, on the way from Phoenix up to Flagstaff. And it's called the Ben Avery Shooting Facility. I think it's called the Black Canyon Range. And this rifle was a rental. You could rent this gun at the range. Evidently, somebody horked it, and now it's for sale on the auction. Very cool. So that's the first thing I looked at, because I thought it was just a Remington, or I thought it was just a regular old nylon 66. Let's see. Jay is saying the nylon was a great gun. I wish I never sold my semi-auto version. They go for up to $750. Yeah, exactly. They're not inexpensive. They're well made, and a lot of people have a lot of fond memories of them. So I'm pretty much obligated to click on this Set Me. Looks like a new in the box. I don't understand the fascination with them. I guess I understand it, but not anymore. If I'm not allowed to like my old guns, then I don't know why people are allowed to like Set Me's. So now we got the Savage Model 11. I don't know anything about it. Looks like a bolt action rifle to me. I put a link out there to the Patreon so they could jump in and add something to this in case they had something to add, but nobody's jumping in. This is an 870, which I like, and it's in the nylon furniture, which I also like. It's the normal barrel and goofy looking stock. 870 is one of the most celebrated pump actions. This example appears to be unfired and comes in the original box. Pretty cool. I like it. The reason the Remingtons are better is because the safety is over here underneath the trigger, where you can get to it with your trigger finger, and you don't have to rely on a little ball bearing and a spring to hold your mechanical safety in a place where inertia and recoil tend to abuse the barrel bearing and the spring. And whenever you get a lot of use, the guns that have a safety mechanism up here tend to flip to safe every time you shoot them. And that means you got to put your thumb up there. It also means that you can't put things on your stock like a folding stock or some other things because there's a mechanism up here. Much more efficient way to do it is to have the crossbolt safety behind the trigger, which can easily be modified to have like a little dome shape there. It makes it very easy to engage and disengage. Some people can't handle that, so they still like the lighter weight, less expensive other models out there. This is super good deal though, $290. So here's a Ruger Wrangler. I think these are aluminum. Burnt bronze, Cerakote finish. Maybe not. 22 long rifle. That's a steel alloy, so it's just a copper looking 22. Somebody else can have it. I don't want it. We got an Arisaka 7.7. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. So things you're looking for is a shroud, like a receiver cover. I don't think there is one. The airplane sights and the wings for it, your bipod or your monopod or whatever it is, got that. Chrysanthemum, bayonet, sling, cleaning rod. Is there something else I'm missing? There might be something that rattles around back here, or else I'm thinking of the dust cover. So we got the monopod. That's nice. We got some kind of paperwork. That's interesting. I've never had paperwork. Oh, snap. It's got crazy writing on it. I have no idea what that is. Pursuant to provisions of section blah, 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 1945, blah, 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 the bearer of this certificate is entitled to retain in his possession or mail to the following: Jap sword, Jap rifle. That's messed up, but that's what they said back in the day. And, oh, let's go into Lipsy. What? Lipsy. Air Corps. Lieutenant, maybe. Oh, snap. Looks like it had its stock shot. There's DJ jumping in, taking advantage of the Patreon loophole, where Patreons get to do more stuff than regular people by clicking links and joining in. So I've never seen an Arisaka with a bullet through the stock, and I didn't know they had a hollow stock, but that explains a lot because they feel like they have a hollow stock. That's crazy. I have no idea. I had no idea. You would think that would take more money. Maybe they figured by hollowing out the stock, they could use the sawdust for something. Oh, snap. This one's got an intact chrysanthemum. That's very rare.
I've only seen one. I've seen a lot of them that were ground down, but I've only seen maybe one that had a chrysanthemum.
Well, I've seen more than that, but not very many. Like definitely less than 10. Well, maybe less than 10, but definitely less than 25 for sure. I don't hardly ever see them with a sling. I don't know if I've ever seen one with a sling, at least that I've paid attention to. I'm sure I must have seen one with a sling, but I didn't realize how paper looking the sling is, so I'm guessing I'd never seen one with a sling. So that's a pretty neat one. How much is it? $370. I think I paid $70 for my Arisaka when I had one. I just wanted one to be able to put my bayonet on, and then my bayonet was like $70.
Yeah, based on their reputation and my general disinterest, I didn't handle many at gun shows. Just one of those where I kind of the World War II Japanese weapons, firearms, just not that interested in them.
Yeah, they're like very cheap, so they're fun to fiddle with because of how cheap they are. But that's about it.
Yeah, they kind of look cool. Be like
I don't know about that. They look interesting. I don't want to call them cool, but they're.
I thought the Nambu was.
Oh,
see, no, okay.
I mean, that's a style, I guess. This one is some sort of. It just says West Point, so I don't know. I'm looking at it to see why it says West Point on it. Otherwise, it just looks like some sort of 22 trainer. It's all rusty. West Point. I don't know. West Point, Westfield, Massachusetts model. I don't know why it says West Point. Let's find out. This this appears to be in good condition. Oh, I guess the manufacturer is called West Point Savage, so it must have been called West Point for a while. So I can't imagine that one's going to go for too much. It's real rusty. Let's see. Then we got a Stevens, got some kind of M&P. We got a Winchester. What is that thing? A 22? Yeah, this is a weird looking semi 22 that looks like a Remington or something. But I'm sure I would have enjoyed shooting that thing quite a bit when I was a little kid. Oh snap, $130. So I don't even know how many of these things are around. This one's a 410. So bolt action Mossberg shotguns. Interesting guns.
They are a thing.
Oh, we got a Remington rolling block. Little tiny 22. Short, long rifles. I wonder why it's got this. Has a damaged stock, I guess.
Is it at the wrist right there?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So they just they put that on there to stop the other side of the wood from breaking or from breaking even more. So it's missing that piece of wood. So that's a whole nother thing. But this is a neat little rifle.
The rest of it looks to be in good condition. All the metal looks okay in the pictures. I'm looking at a really small thing on my screen.
Oh no, it's not in good condition, but it's as in good condition as these things can get. They're a million years old. This one is going to say, these things are a million years old though, so you don't ever see them in. Well, I guess that's not true. Every once in a while, you see them in great condition, and then they're not for sale because those people love them. So got a bunch of different bolt actions. A Mauser Car 98. That's that other Set Me, and another. Or I mean that other.
What do you got? Another Set Me? I thought there was only the one. The 5.56.
Another one. This one's $900 for some sort of a green one.
What chambering?
Set Me? Oh, this one is in 5.56.
Okay, that's one of the. Okay, so was the other one that you looked at before I came on? Was that also a 5.56? Is there two of them in here?
No, I guess it is. Yeah, Set Me L. So that makes 5.56.
No, it just no. the L is that's just a designation for that set me design. So that's a 7.6251. And the 5.56 was like really short development. It was one of those things where, like, if I recall, it was developed right at the end of the set me run, and Spain held on to the 5.56 because they were moving over, like, considering the NATO. So they go 5.56, and it was in production for, I don't know, a couple of years maybe. So that's where those receivers and stuff. That's where that stuff's from. What kind of wheel gun we got there?
This is just a standard manufacturing.
Okay.
Nice looking 45. It's going to go for a lot, probably $700 right now. All right, so that was the guns. I'm going to switch this to 100 so we don't have to flip pages ever. And then we can flip it to one of the other things, which is ammo and reloading, 112 lots. That's a fairly low price. Yeah, that's what I thought too, for those nylons. Plus, those nylons are crazy interesting for Arizona people. I can't imagine how many people might be watching that auction that could have shot that gun or appreciate Ben Avery. And then, did you see everything you want to see on them set me's then?
Just the prices on each. We had one at what, 900 bones?
700 and 900 right now, but there's 3 hours before they go, so it'll go up.
They'll push over $1,000. They caught my interest because of the chambering. I actually set me as that's my rifle.
Why?
And
why?
Why?
How do you justify in 2022? How do you justify a set? Seriously,
roller. It's the roller system, because I'm a fan of the HKs, and this is one that was built. It was like parts out of Spain, and 7.6251. That's 308's fine with me.
Yeah, the only answer I think would accept was I bought it years ago for $200 or $300. Then it's like, all right, yeah, that's a valid gun to have. But for $700, that's like a $700 SKS, $700 Mosin-Nagant or something like that. Was a neat gun for a minute, but certainly not some go-to grab a gun type of thing. But if for a hobby or something, yeah, I can't complain. It's for an interest type of gun, yeah. I'm just saying it's a grab and use gun.
Yeah, the 5.56 variant. I mean, I understand that one. Plus the way the market is right now, they'll jump over $1,000. But the one that I picked up was 5 something, like maybe right up against 6, and I was pleased with it. It's done well.
In 308 or 5.56?
In 308.
All right, so now this is the reason I thought this was going to be a good auction. I did a quick thing on Instagram earlier. I don't know if it went up or not. But look at all this ammo. 112 ammo lots right here, just off the bat. 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them are awesome 50 BMGs. So this one is 400 rounds in a case for $400. And then this one is 200 rounds on a belt of black tip armor piercing, 200 rounds for $250. This one is just plain old BMG, and it is 230 for 150 rounds. Another one, but in boxes. So this one's just in some random box. These are in their original boxes, 60 rounds on belts of black tip armor piercing. So it's got to have cool head stamps and stuff. This one is $120 for 60 rounds, $2 a round.
Yeah, belted. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's in these
cool boxes. That's bonus. Yeah.
So then you get 2,000 rounds of 9mm from Grenada. So that's interesting. So it was made for Grenada in May of '77.
So it's Spanish?
Huh?
If it was made for Grenada, wasn't that a Spanish protectorate? I can't remember.
Grenada was an island or something somewhere.
Right.
I don't know who made this. I'm guessing whoever this is. INI Toledo. I don't know where that was made. I can't read
Toledo, Spain.
Destinatario ET, Pola Viera, Filt 1. All I can read is the Granada. Fabricatas, I'm assuming made for Grenada. And then Fabricata, so made in May 77. Lot number 127 or 121. But I don't know what Destinatario ET. They were going to give us ETs. This was destination was for extraterrestrials going to Grenada. What's up with that? So this has fascinating history, and it's screwed together in a box. It might be a box of lead weights for all we know. But
is there any information in the description, the lot description about its origin?
It says a wooden crate of 9 by 23, 9mm Largo. I didn't see the Largo part. I wonder how many people need reading that. 9mm fat addicts. They're going to see the 9mm part of that, and they're already buying it. Their hands shaking, and they're buying it, and they're getting their credit card already. And then they're going to find out that it's Largo. Made by Empresa Nacional Santa Barbara de Industrias Militares S.A. Toledo. So Toledo is Spain.
Yeah.
This unopened crate is dated Fabricata and May 77. However you say that. Derecha. Let's just assume that's how I say it.
Right.
Is that really how I say it?
Yeah, derecha. See.
View our full catalog of quality. Okay, whatever. So yeah, crazy. Weird old box of 9mm Largo.
I can't think of something that's in Largo. There's a crazy semi that I know is a Largo pistol that I've seen or shot before. But
Stars.
Did you think of anything? Star, the BMs?
Yamas.
Oh, yeah, the double L. Gotcha.
They were like, we need a gun that's 9mm because we're in Europe, but we need to be able to kill llamas with it. So how do we get more powerful but narrow 9mm that we can kill llamas with? And then they came up with this gun. They made it look like a 1911 so people wouldn't vomit when they seen it, but it still happens. And that's why llamas spit, because they get disgusted by the 9mm that's used to attack them all the time. I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. Something like that. Silver tips. But this was pretty neat too. You don't see these very often. In the 40. The most distinguished of calibers. .303 Incendiary. 48 rounds of World War II blue tip incendiary .303. Made in 1943. It's kind of interesting. $95, so $50 a box. So here's a stack. I don't know why these are in ammo, but 5 Glock sticks. 5 Glock sticks, $120.
You see any shotgun shells?
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was shotgun shells. Hold on.
And what's with that lower?
What?
Or is that like for a 22? Is that a frame?
What are you talking about? Oh, this is a bullpup conversion. I don't know why it's in here.
What are those? Okay.
M14.
Oh, geez.
Oh, no, wait. It's an M14 Rogue is a modern solution for any mil-spec M14 M1A. This system will transform your fantastic, albeit antiquated, service rifle into a modern-day, multi-purpose, compact, and modular battle rifle. It's a bullpup design, so it's designed to, design neutralizes weight. So it basically eliminates weight by moving the rifle part of it 11 inches closer to your face. Make it what used to be a heavy rifle into basically balancing power on your bicep. It's amazing. Somebody wants it. Somebody's out there going, oh man, my Mini 14 is the bomb, but this would make it bombastic. $65. It's a bargain at $65. Sure, you got to not buy a pizza or two this weekend, but then you'll get it. Then you'll have the bullpup Mini 14 you've always wanted. Here we go. 9mm gold dots. This is for people that are like, I've got to shoot 9mm. I've got to compromise and shoot 9mm. but I want to hope that I get some performance out of it. Maybe I can get some performance by putting quality ammo in it. Maybe. I feel it's demeaning to Gold Dot to have made these, but whatever. It's capitalism. It's going to happen. So these say waxed cardboard boxes 60 black tip armor piercing BMG 1940s vintage U.S. surplus. So these are from, I don't know off the top of my head which plant makes the 50s, but I think all the 50s came from one place, LC, Lake City. So that's, how cool is that to get? Did it say the date? 1940s, World War II. No, between the wars. 50 BMG armor piercing. Oh man, that's got to be neat as hell.
Yeah, Lake City is not far from me. It's not more than 3 hours.
Yeah, I'd be going over there all the time, just hanging out, taking pictures. 500 rounds of 32. 200 rounds of 32. Here's 200 rounds of shot shells, 410s.
32 long or short?
Oh, long.
Okay.
$110 for 200 rounds. 50 cents a round. Can't beat that.
I mean,
I have no idea how much it normally costs. So this is something with a rhinoceros on it, so it's got to be good. 856 Man Socho. So whatever that is. 7mm Remington, I've heard of that. 32 Winchester Special, could be fake, I never heard of it. 44 Marlin, seems fake. 340 Weatherby Magnum. They just use words and put them together and put numbers. They know nobody actually has these calibers. They just know that if they put them out here, people will buy them. So that's what they do. They just make up calibers and make them. But I guess for shooting a rhinoceros, you need 8x56 Man Sochos. You ever heard of that?
I have not.
Old Western Scrounger. One box of Mannlicher Schnauer. Is that what that is? Yeah. Mannlicher Schnauer. These are probably from Europe. They're the Europeans are the kind of people that would shoot a rhinoceros. Let's see. Oh, here's a bunch. This looks interesting from every angle. Collection of antique obsolete. So we're looking at a bunch of weird clips with, I think those are like 8mm. Something kind of straight. Oh, there's a triangle. What do they call them things? A tround? A triangle self-contained cartridge? A tround? Holy crap. This is a neat set right here. Holy moly, this is a neat set. So all the rest of this stuff is normal, but there's some kind of crazy rim. Can you see this crazy rim that I'm seeing here? Right in the middle?
Too small.
Oh, there's a crazy rim. It's like a weird old, you ever seen The Wall? This movie, The Wall?
Of course.
Then there's a place in the movie where, I think it's before, there's a place in the movie where the kid gets the 45 though, and he's like fiddling with the bullets from the 45, right, revolver. It looks like those 4.55 Wembleys. No, 4.555 Wembleys, whatever they are. So then it's got a couple of boxes that say $8 on them. So right off the bat, you're saving money. And then some kind of long, skinny bullet. Those are always weird. Although I think it's like a 2218B. I might already have that. I have one of these dented ones too, but I never know. Some kind of old, big buffalo-looking cartridge. Maybe like a 308. This is basically a bullet collection. An interesting bullet collection with a triangle, whatever that thing's called, tround in it. Man, this thing is super fat too. I don't know what that cartridge is, but there's a super fat one right there. Whoa, some kind of long, is that a 410 that's super long? Or is that something else? Some sort of 30-06 training blank. Super neat. Some kind of super old box over there. Damn it. This is the one I'd be bidding on if I had money. Look at that. What is that? That's some sort of big fat honking thing underneath of there. And this weird rimfire. I probably already have one of them though. Some kind of weird half moon over there. There's definitely a 1-inch shotgun shell in there. something here that I don't know what it is, but it could just be something that's clipped. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. What is this? Something over here? Weird looking thing. A lot of 54R I can see sticking out. All right, let's read what it says here. Huge collection of rare, obscure, uncommon, and experimental cartridges, including our various pinfire, large bore rimfires, military cartridges, and much more. 55 bids, $75. I feel like I need to bid on that, but I don't have any money. That would be a neat one. Let's see. So then you got 80 rounds of surplus 30-06 for a Garand. 80 rounds of 450 Bushmaster. I wonder if anybody we know needs 80 rounds of 450 Bushmaster. 450 Bushmaster, 80 rounds of it is $85. Is that what you're thinking of paying? Did you get any ammos with it? Oh, he's muted. He refuses to answer. Oh, snap. A baby. What the hell? There's a little tiny revolver stuck in here. They accidentally labeled this as snap. This thing is awesome. Damn it. Looks like a brake top, too. Is it a brake top? This is accidentally labeled as ammo. This is a cool little gun. I think it's a brake top. Yep, definitely a brake top.
Yep.
Damn, that's sweet.
Hinged in front of the cylinder. So I thought I was muted, but yeah, I have that Bushmaster upper. I have no idea what the market was, and then a buck around. I mean, it's like sticker shock, but I haven't even shopped for it yet. I got one box along with it. I was glad to have that. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that is super cool. That is the coolest thing I've seen in a while. If I had money, I'd be buying that for danger. That is super cool. All right, so DJ needs to buy the 450 over here for $1 something around, actually. And then you got shipping. Don't forget about shipping.
Who's the manufacturer?
Shipping's that extra little kiss at the end that costs money. What? Horny Day comes from.
Oh, really? Okay.
You're familiar with?
Yep.
So now we have 200 rounds of 223, 800 rounds of pistol rifle ammo. What's up with this? All right, so we got some 8mm, some 44 Russians, 35 Wheelin. Again, this is fake. They're just making up names and shit. Anybody can make up names and put them on a box. 450 Marlin, 6mm Remington, 9mm Browning. What does that mean? Full Metal Jacket, 9mm Browning Court. Oh, I see. 380 auto. What the hell is that? Like, let's mess with everybody here. 9mm Browning Court 380 auto. So is 380 auto called 9mm Browning somewhere?
Yes.
9mm people are so funny. They're adorable. Then you got your 9mm Lugers over here. And imagine if somebody hit this box real hard and that 6mm Remington flipped over, then it would be 9mm Remington and people would be even more confused. All right, well, so there's nothing good in there that I'm looking for. How much was that one? $120. Definitely not buying that one. If it was $20, I might buy it. Look at this. 6,250 rounds of Cellar Bellet 23 long rifle. So Czechoslovakian, it says surplus. Is that possible? How can it be surplus? Huh. It's all in Czechoslovakian. And it looks weird. I kind of want a box of it now. What kind of box is it in? Anyone? 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 Oh, snap. It's in its own box. That's a real box. I didn't even know a 22 long rifle came in a box like that. So that must be surplus. It says right on there, 22 long rifle.
Interesting. I wonder what firearm they would have been using.
Some kind of 22, but it says right there, 6250 Najubu, 22 long rifle and whatever. And then it says right here, Nabuju, 22 long rifle again. 6,250. Oh, KS must be count. 6,200. So yeah, some kind of training rifle. Everybody has training rifles. Maybe even a training other thing. You know, sometimes you put a 22 round in a artillery thing or in some sort of other, use, some kind of tool or something. So, damn, that's super neat. I didn't even know that was a thing. Now I know it's a thing. I wish I would have gone up there and fiddled with them. It'd be neat to know who's buying some of these things so that I could hook up with them and like get a box, trade a box or something, because this stuff is some super neat stuff. So this is some 9mm from Israel. So Uzi 9mm, made in 1977. That's what I'm thinking. And it's all in, what's the writing in Israel? It's all in that language. And the boxes have little string. Oh no, that's the one. One box will have strings so that you could pull it out of the case or whatever. So it says, made in Israel, this ammunition is hard primers for use on the Uzi submachine gun. It may cause problems if you use in your wimpy, limp-wristed 9mm handguns, particularly the striker-fired ones, because you can't handle it. And it's loaded with 124 grain projectiles. Super neat. This is actual 9mm are made for an Uzi. I wish they'd show you the ammo can. I wonder if that ammo can is from Israel and part of the whole thing, like an Uzi ammo can. I mean, $370. Holy crap. 9mm addicts are insane. Makes it impossible for those of us that are just casually interested in the ammo to just buy it casually, inexpensively. I'm really, that's messed up. What do we get next? Do you see how many buckets of 22s there's been? I don't know what those are worth. $115 for 1,400. $115.
Oh, no way.
100.
Really?
Is that a good deal?
I'm in constant sticker shock because I have not had to participate in purchasing anything for the last couple of years.
Yeah, a
so
bucket
anytime.
of 1,400 though. I can't imagine 1,400 rounds is going to be less than $100 ever. Even back in the day, it was 20. That would have been. Oh no, would that have been $20 back in the day? No, there's no way. It would have been.
No, they weren't 20, but when they are, I can't even see which what they are. You're talking about like the Remington, like pails.
Yeah, the buckets.
Yeah, like $80.
Yeah, okay, so it's 100 now, 115, 40, and it's up 50%. This though, I did not see this. This drives me nuts. I did not know this was in here. 2 10-cell Vietnam War era Chinese bandoliers designed for alongside with the SKS, each one containing 2 10-round stripper clips. Well, it attracts a magnet. That is yet to be seen. As first I saw it and I saw the title and I was like, what? This is awesome. But now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, those are not real ammos. So the stripper clips might be old, but they're super painted really nice. So there's no way they came through the same kind of wear and tear as this. These look too worn out to me. So I don't know what's going on with them. That's not how they normally look. If they're this worn out, their canvas is destroyed. So something happened here. They were they accidentally, maybe got flooded or something, but the coloring doesn't mesh with the wear and tear on the, the seams and everything. This part here, I'm not sure about. This I definitely don't like. I've never seen anything like that before on a real one. But here nor there, those look really weird to me. Really, really weird. They look like they've been weathered for a movie. And the ammo looks brand new. So I'm not as interested in that as I was. But I would like to see that pull a couple of rounds off and show them to us. It's the wrong kind of ammo. It's Tula, so it's not the right kind of ammo for this, for the era. But that would have been amazing to get 2 chest rigs from Nam with old, whatever that have been, 70s, 60s ammo in it. That would have been kick-ass. This is not what that is. So 400 rounds, $1 a round. I don't know. I wouldn't spend that much on that one. This one is, here's some shotgun. You need shotgun ammos?
16.
16
I take 410. Yeah, I take 410 as well, but the shipping is a kill, dude. That's like down in Arizona.
455 Webley. So there's a bunch of like new issue versions of those. I think that's a cool ammo. 24 pounds. Oh, snap. 24 pounds of 22, 17, and 22 BB. So that's interesting. Just a bunch of miscellaneous 22. Run that through a bolt action or through a bunch of revolvers. And then you got all those boxes to run through stuff. And I would keep some of these boxes for damn sure. This one here, whatever this acorn one is, that one's cool. I have a bunch of these. This was an old one. Mohawk, I never had that one. This Federal Lightning one looks cool as hell. This is an old box of Stingers, I think. That's a weird box from Cabela's. I never had one of those. That Winchester sliding wooden box. Kind of neat. Oh, and then that M22 stuff is pretty decent. That was for running ARs. So it's interesting. How much is that one going to be going for? 80 bucks. No, 105 bucks. And then here's another one that's similar. That is just a bunch of loose 22 and then a bunch of old boxes. Holy moly. It's crazy how much old boxes of 22 can go for. So then what's this Mohawk? You ever had any Mohawk, Remington Mohawk 22?
I have not.
That's the second
What era
one
would that be?
I don't know. I never had it. And the second time I've seen it, it looks new. So maybe it's brand new. I mean, they definitely look brand new compared to these other boxes. You can't tell, I guess, from that one, but it's this green box. It says Mohawk really big, where it would normally say Remington. Maybe it's just an up-store brand of Remington or something. 450 rounds of pistol ammo, 330 bucks. So we got a whole bunch of boxes, 357 Magnum, 40, the gentleman's caliber, the sophisticated choice. You got 357 Magnum, 45 autos, 25 autos, the ladies' caliber, and then 7.63 Mauser, the choice of metric immigrants, metric illegal immigrants. They're right. They're not even normal legal immigrants. They're the metric ones. They come to this country just to convert all our shit to metric and then leave, just to screw with us. They change all the thermostats to metric and then move on to the next country. All right, I couldn't find anything good in there, so we're leaving that one. Ooh, incredible rifle ammo collection. Come on, man. It's the third
Another miscellaneous lot.
Yeah, another one. And I can already tell it's got some Israeli 9mm in it. I have a box of that stuff. So it's a whole bunch of 308s and bigger. I don't like this kind of ammo collection. I don't know anything about it. Some 30-30s, some carbines, some somethings, 7mm, something like that. Something big, straight. I don't know what these are. Bunch of carbines, bunch of new stuff. There's not so much an ammo collection. It's like somebody kept taking their empty boxes and threw them in a barrel or something, and that's what you're getting. There's all kinds of 7.62 by 54R. I haven't been looking at that. Oh, this is interesting. East German 29 trainers, or 7.62 by 39 trainers. Ugh, somebody stuck price tags all over them. That's annoying. So somebody took them out of the container and then just have them sitting there. They get a little messed up when they're just sitting out, but they're not too bad. But they stuck stickers, half of them over the cellophane, which can't hold up that well because it's a weird old-fashioned communist cellophane, and then half on the back, which is paper. So that's unfortunate for a collector. Hopefully the sticker comes right off. Nylon bullets with a steel core for close range training purposes. I don't know about all that, but that's pretty much what I think they were for too.
So what's the 54R seem to be going for?
Oh, I don't know. There's been a bunch. I haven't even been looking. 54R, 300 rounds for 130. So basically 30 cents a round, a little bit less, a little bit more. 54R, 300 rounds for 115. Same thing. Nobody wants the 54R anymore. Nobody's got PKMs. Nobody's got Nagants. Nobody wants them. Nobody's got an SVD. So 250 rounds of 41. This already is going for more than it did last time. I think last time it went for $40. It's crazy. All right, now we're down to 100 rounds of 50 PMC. How cool is that? So that's for some more legit bronze. $3.40 a round. Nice. All right, one more page. Well, a portion of a page. Something like 12 items on it. We got some more of that 50 with the 1940s vintage surplus box. I would buy the shit out of this one. This is the one to buy for me because it's the box, but the box is already open. So if I bought that one box that wasn't open, it'd freak me out because then I wouldn't go looking there, right? This one, it's already open, so I don't got to worry about keeping it all nice. And you can read it. The other one, you couldn't barely read. But you got your lot number, TWL. So I don't know what that is. Linked armor piercing M2, 60 rounds. Very cool. $100? Yeah, $115. 20 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. When you you're going to take the lady out and it's going to be in style and you're going to have a tuxedo on, you want to take a 40 with you because you're not screwing around. Some more of that incendiary, 303. Here's some 54R 300 rounds in a Chinese tin for whatever, same price, $100, $140, a little bit more. So hopefully nobody will open this. 1972.
People get sketched out the legend. I mean, partially true of like hot rounds in that stuff.
Huh?
The 54, the Chinese stuff. Like there's the legend that there are some that were allowed to go out of country intentionally, that they were hot shotted.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like an urban legend sort of thing. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's like completely unsubstantiated. Yeah, I'm with that.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing it. And I've been paying attention to some extent to 7.62 by 54R for a long time. But I've never heard that before. Out of what we used to do to them in Vietnam. We did that to them in Vietnam. Maybe it got conflated from that.
Sure.
That's what the tunnel rats, it's one of the gigs the tunnel rats would do. Is take a 45 and go down into a tunnel with a couple of rounds. They'd find their stash, go into a middle of a belt somewhere, and then put one of those rounds in and then boogie out of there. They do that like 3 or 4 times in different belts and then boogie out of there and make it, not make any noise. And then ideally next time they're out there shooting, bang, and you get rid of a PKM and make some damage. Plus you piss them off because it's like, how the hell did they get that in there? Let's see. So then that's everything there. We're going to go to accessories. We're not even done. This is a pretty cool auction. So what's the consensus on this auction at this point? It looks like half of the people that showed up for this chat and voted on it are Biden supporters. They side with Biden. And then the other half are looking at a gun and a couple of people are looking at ammo. Nobody's looking at anything else though. That's kind of weird considering there's this Engineer's Bolo for $60. Are you kidding me? What? $60? What's wrong with people? They're letting this thing sit there for $60. I'll bet you this thing is worth 3 times that. Come on. These things never go out of style, and this thing is good and authentic. So you got your Colt 3-power optic. You know about these?
I do not.
Oh, really?
Fill me in.
You ever heard of an AR-15?
Yeah.
This is the optic that was made for it to put on. To put on the handle. So this one's not in great shape, but I've seen these double the price of an old AR before. So $170. Unless it says like this has cancer and gives you cancer by touching it or something. That's crazy. Let me just put it this way. Let me go up here and put in Colt 3x20 scope. And then we'll just go see what the internet has to say about that. Here's one on Guns America. Is Guns America one of the ones that they're scared of being able to be? Oh, what is that here? 3 results. Oh, there's one for $250. I think that was one for $250. Here's one from Gunbroker. Gunbroker also they're scared of. Current bid $449. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's a nice one, but we're not talking thing you can just go buy one day because you're. Oh, I saw one on the internet. I'm gonna go buy one. Yeah, right. $1,000, $3,000. Not Japan, rare in the box, $3,000. See what I'm saying?
Crazy.
See where I'm coming from now? See what
I
I'm
do.
talking about? What I'm laying down here? $170. People are watching this show and they're going, I don't want to make a bunch of money. If I had money, I wouldn't even be doing this show. I'd just be sitting here making money right now. So this is a scope that used to cost $100 and now they're up to $2 something. I don't know if it has a battery upgrade. So this is just your typical issued Romanian optic for the PSL. But they work on an AR, or I mean an AK. You can kind of shove them on an AK. I've shot them on AKs before. Then there's, look at this, antique powder flask, ball mold, holster, and chest. That's pretty neat. $100. Whole bunch of AR mags, $135. 5 Mini 14 LE mags, $100. 1022 arc angle. What am I trying to say?
Archangel.
Yeah. Trying to say it too slow and I can't say it now. Anyway, that conversion, $80. Magazine, an AR-15 mag loader, $70. That's an insane price for that. Let's see, this hopper fed, is it going to say mag pump, magazine loader? Let's just do a real quick look at Optics Planet. Is that a good place, or do people hate Optics Planet because they suck? Anyone know?
They hate them. They suck.
Huh?
A lot of people use them, but a lot of people hate them because they suck.
I don't know where the difference is. So $150 for that thing. If we go to Amazon, because they sell it at Amazon, or no, this is some other one. This is for a stupid Glock. Nobody wants that one. I think this one is for an AR. Yeah, AR magazine. Midway. Some people hate Midway. Some people love Midway. $99. So we're talking half price? No, we're talking a little bit less than the normal price. Let's see, Israeli LMG. I don't know what that is, but you won't probably find those magazines very often. So it's oh snap! Oh good.
LMG is light machine gun, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know what a D-roar is. Whatever it is, it's if it's European, it's Israeli. I have no idea what it is then. I was gonna say if it's European, it's probably one of them guns where the magazine is right in front of your sights, right in front of your face. But it's Israeli, so I don't know what it is. This is neat. These are what machine gun links look like when you buy them, or when you get them issued to you or whatever, and they're not, there's no bullets in them. This is what they come from supply in. So these are for a 308. So for a Browning machine gun, this is probably 10. Well, no, probably 70 units of 20. So there's 20 in each of these. At first, I thought they were for 50s because I have one like this for 50s, but these are Israeli 308 disposable links. Super cool, and there's a shit ton of them there. $100. Again, if you want to make some money, buy that. There are 1,400, so there's 70 boxes. Is that crazy? 70 units of 20. There's 70 boxes there. So you're buying those things for like a little over $1 a box. And then to collector somewhere, you win. You're going to make money. What's this? Collectors, something or another. Some dies. Some AK furniture. Is that an AK? No, that's stupid AR grip. Pistol grip, maybe. Knife grip. Screwdriver grip. SKS thing. All kinds of weird stuff in here. Mag extensions. Some weird brushes. Is that a Go gauge? Oh, those are Han Solo blaster grips. NAA grips, maybe? Because those aren't NAA parts in the same bag with it. That's weird. Some kind of scope mount. Definitely some AK furniture. Oh, there was something in a Springfield package. Oh, that's that scope mount. It's in a Springfield Armory package, so that's good to go. You got a couple of different die sets. Some sort of big giant brass thing. Some couple of tools. Kind of a weird drawer from a gunsmith's bench or something kind of thing. What is that going for? $50. Oh, that's an interesting price for all that stuff. Interesting price, especially if you needed like one or two things out of that pile. It would be neat if we had the olden days still to have like a community of people that would be hanging out and watching this kind of stuff, because then like 3 people could go, oh, I'll put 20 bucks in on that. And then when somebody gets it, they just ship them, they just split it up and ship the stuff out. A display of bore sights. Also, if you had a bar called the Glowing J, you could buy these and turn them upside down and use them in your bar. Did you say you have a G3 and you're looking for a whole bunch of magazines for it? Boom.
Got a bunch.
25 bucks.
Aluminums and steels. How many in the lot?
8. It's not like the old days anymore.
Okay.
So here we got some cleaning kit, some 40 snap caps. Those are snap caps for a sophisticated caliber worthy of distinction, and some 38 snap caps. And then 2 bags of loot. I don't know what that bags of loot are. 2 AR lower parts kits. Whoa, nobody's paying attention to that. That's literally 2 small parts kits. They could be stag arms, the way they're colored. That's 2 AR lower parts kits and a whole bunch of snap caps. What are 2 AR parts kits worth? $30. What's an AR lower parts kit going for? The trigger and the springs and the selector?
I'd have to check again. It's been a hot minute.
I bet you it's less than $15. I mean, I guess it's more than $15. Plus, you get that brand new Winchester cleaning kit and all them snap caps. I'm buying that one. I'm putting that one. I'm going to bid on that one myself as soon as this is over. A bunch of suckers not bidding on that. That's crazy. Just because people aren't paying attention. Yeah, people aren't paying attention. Let's just keep my mouth shut and just keep going. Let's just go like this and open this up and go like this. So here's a collection of M14 parts. Somebody probably wants. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Ghost ring. Uh-oh. I'm afraid of a ghost ring. That's like a ring that the police don't know about. Like a ring without a serial number on it. What is going on here? This is M-lock rail, an MP5 trigger, Mosin pouches, and a key mod stock. Where did they come up with this collection of stuff? And a water bottle? That's an interesting collection, $90. I don't know what that HK trigger group is going for, but often people with HKs like having trigger groups for them. Whoa, it's an interesting looking bayonet for an HK 91, a G3. You have one of these bayonets?
I do not.
I don't like them.
Got the lug, but how much is that?
This painted is $115.
Forget about it. I don't need to go
Another-
stabby stick with that thing. It's long enough already. It's like a lance.
So this is a little bit different. The POSF or POSP site, which is made for the AK as opposed to the PK or for the PSL. And again, doesn't say anything about having the battery swapped or anything. Usually these have Russian batteries in them. But you could just swap them to like 1, 2, 3s with an adapter. But some people don't like to do it. All right, so there's some neat stuff. Like there's some neat stuff here, and I suspect somebody could make a couple of bucks on today's auction. Now we have a Sheridan Air Rifle. I don't have one of these.
Oh yeah?
The bottom.
Yeah, well, that was something my father always promised because he had one and I never received, but I would see ads for them in like Boy's Life, I think. Yeah, it was in Boy's Life. So that was something that, well, that's the equivalent. That thing right there is the equivalent of my Red Ryder BB gun that never arrived for Christmas.
Yeah, this is super more expensive, a lot more expensive than a Red Ryder, though, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember the stick.
It says it's in 20 caliber. What's up with that?
Is that a Brody?
What's a Brody?
That helmet?
Oh, yeah. It says World War I Brody. What does that mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of style it is?
Yeah.
I have a black one that's kind of like this. I don't think it's the same. I don't know if it is not. I had a collection of helmets for a bit. Oh, $15. What? Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's a reproduction. So how much is a reproduction worth?
That's too bad.
Well, but a reproduction is still a helmet.
True.
$85. Oh, let's put reproduction in there. If a real one's worth $85, I guess I'm not keeping my real one anymore. I have no idea. I don't think mine's all that good because I used it as a kid playing with it all the time. Currently unavailable, but it looks like even $100 for a replica. I don't know if mine could be a replica for all I know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing when I got it that they probably didn't bother making replicas of things that were laying all around.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of World War I stuff, but I do remember a lot of World War II stuff. There was like people's grandfathers kind of thing.
There'd be different layers of stuff. So this holster's pretty nice. I don't know if you've ever had any of these, but it's only $50. You would think they'd be more than that. Sears production. I didn't know they were made by Sears. That's super cool. But back in the day, you had your surplus stuff that was being made for the war. The war ended and it just never even went to war. So they sold all that stuff to stores, like everything. Everything was about to go to war. It was all painted green and stuff. Nobody wanted it anymore. So, they just walked away from the factories half the time. Like they were happy as hell to be not making all that wartime stuff anymore, from what I understand. So stores like surplus stores or whatever, hardware stores and whatever different stores that wanted to buy it would buy all that surplus stuff that was brand new. So like never even out of the package, brand new surplus. And then tons of stuff that was going into mid-war production, like getting ready, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of surplus that was brand new, I guess is what I'm saying. Then there's the stuff that was overseas and got either dropped off in big piles and never used, so it's in good shape, but still technically coming back from overseas. And then all the stuff that just collects, there was times when people would just walk away and they'd leave all their stuff in big piles. As they were leaving the thing, they would throw all their canteens in this pile or all their helmets in that pile and walk away. And somebody took all those piles of stuff and eventually sold them to people. So there's that kind of surplus that had like been used. And then there's everybody's individual stuff, right? Like I brought this home with me and my uncle brought that home with him and, somebody bought it from somebody. and all that stuff's got different value, right? Like some of that stuff never even went anywhere, never did nothing. It's brand new, but it's also got no character to it. It's never done anything. And then there's that stuff that probably did stuff, but there's no history to it, and it's used and it's authentic, but it's also questionable. It's unknown, not questionable, but there's no finite knowledge about it. And then there's that stuff where it's like, my grandpa was here and he had this gun with him, period. Like, we know where this gun was. And I think that's the levels of, you know what I mean, like surplus stuff. And then
I follow.
we had a lot of the one, and then it kind of got lost because people would be like, I need a shovel. Oh, I'm going to go buy a World War II shovel and destroy it in this, filth pit, and then just throw it away because it only cost me $5 and nobody cares. You only can do that for so long, and then there's no World War II shovels that are cheap anymore. Now the World War II shovel costs $35 at the surplus store, and the only person buying it is for a costume or for some kind of display or some kind of collection, right? So those have at one time were plentiful and then dissipated when we were kids. I think mostly everything like shovels and binoculars and that kind of stuff, that all went away with the surplus stores selling out of it all. And then there was distribution that allowed that to get sold. As soon as somebody was like, oh, there's a market for this again, it all got emptied and sold, at least to the stores. And then it took a while for the stores to sell it all. But once the store sold it and we're like, hey, where can I get those cheap hammers again? Oh, those don't exist anymore. Then they started to look at, hey, where can I get some of this surplus stuff? And then they started calling overseas and saying, hey, does anybody got these old hammers? How much are they? Oh, yeah, we got old, destroyed old rusty hammers. Well, by then people are past buying surplus stuff for its practical use, and now they're buying it as collectibles. So when that stuff starts coming back, even if it's in bulk, people are buying it and it's going straight to collections. It's not getting destroyed anymore. Then you saturate the collector's market. Nobody wants anymore because they all have some. There's a little bit left at stores, or maybe there's a little bit of demand, but then everybody's just sort of satisfied for a while. And then it takes a little while, then the internet and stuff, and then all these kids that are like, well, I never got to do none of that, I want some of it, right? And now, boom, prices are super high. And you only see the stuff trickle out. Somebody sells it from their collection and they pass, or something happens and they have to sell, kind of thing. Anyway, that's a little bit of my theory on surplus collectibles type of stuff. Nobody saying anything, so it must be right. It must be accurate description of the situation. So good. I'm going to just flip it back to all and make sure we're not missing anything. Am I still connected? Nobody say anything. DJ's gone. Oh, he's still there. All right. Well, nobody saying anything. We got 112 lots. As soon as it comes back up, it'll tell us there's about 2 hours before they start to bid. That Bolo machete is still sitting at $60. That air rifle is going to be one of the first things to go. That scope is going to be one of the first things to go. Can you sort by lowest price? Oh my goodness, you can. All right, so at that, I'm going to say thanks everybody for joining in and watching. We like to look at what's going on over at the auction. They got all kinds of neat stuff usually. And today is one of the cooler ones. I don't know if I should go live and watch the show or not. I do have some stuff I could do, but I don't really get anything done when I'm watching the show when I'm live. It looks like we have 12 votes over there, and most people are looking at a gun. One person is looking at, maybe 2 people are looking at ammo, and then that's it. Just a bunch of Biden buddies. DJ still here? He's not even here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, with that, I think we'll wrap it up. Well, thanks everybody again for showing up. And you can check out the auction most every Tuesday. Today's going to be a good one, but you might not want to go over there if you don't like good deals or awesome stuff. If you do like awesome deals and good stuff, then I recommend you go over there and hang out. It's an awesome place to be. All right. Thanks for showing up. DJ, thanks for jumping in. Patreons always get a chance. Well, not always, but often get a chance to jump in. Always can request a chance to jump in. Just let me know if you're a Patreon, and we can send you out a link. Anyway, thanks, CJ, for jumping in. Anything you want to plug? Is there anything happening today?
Yeah, absolutely. There's an almost nightly Firearms program this evening on the Guns and Barbecue channel. Going to be there. You should be there too.
I heard that show rips off an even better, more realistic show that happens every weeknight. But I heard it does do an adequate job of emulating that show, the original show.